What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Remember, it's AC Reviews the World. I'm back at you with another video, and we're going to jump right into it. Today, we got a few things going. We're going to be looking at this first. The track athlete getting stabbed. Charleston White. Charleston White, yes. Charleston White had something to say about it. Let's get right into it.
No wonder God can't bless black people, because black people got a heart of retribution and vengeance and violence and anger. They want to get back at white people. No wonder Dr. Kingdom could get some things and we can't, because Dr. Kingdom said, hey man, don't hit them back. Hey man, don't hit them back. And them people got way more. Now this group say, let's kill them. Let's kill them. But your kids, you hear about kids every day in the hood schools getting bullied, but y'all don't have this much outrage for bullying. They have a no bullying month, but y'all don't have this much out. But now all of a sudden it's out, let's kill the bully. Most of y'all are bullies.
Now, it is interesting now, but my main thing about this whole situation is, simply put, you need to use your hands. There's no point in killing somebody. If he didn't have a weapon, wasn't threatening your life, you'd had no right to stab him. Nobody. There's no reason. Kids nowadays, seems like they're scared to fight. That's why everybody getting shot. Might be the fact that they scared to get put on YouTube, but what did Friday? What did Pop say? Pop said said you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. But let's keep getting into it.
Talk to them today. Most of y'all, come on, cuz, OG bullies. Come on, Crip blood bullies. But now we want to kill the bully. When most of black children go to school every day and have to face a bully, why you think they got to wear Michael Jordan tennis shoes? But now we got a problem with bullies.
I was definitely bullied in school. I mean, definitely didn't think about stabbing somebody.
We told our kids to go kill the bully. We taught our kids how to stand up to the bully. No matter if it was two of them, fight both of them. But you don't put your life in danger to kill unless you got killing in you. But if you listen to kill music, you got killing in you. There's no way good kids kill. I know a nigga stabbed the girl 93 times, but before he got to 93, he dropped the knife. She begged and she pleaded. He dropped the knife. But because he was abused and he had anger and he had rage inside of him from what his daddy was doing to him, he finished up. What's in you gonna come out of you. And good kids don't stab people to death, y'all. This is a kid with some trauma. Let's get the background story first. Just because he out there in Frisco. Oh, black people, y'all wrong, and no wonder God got you cursed. I'm starting to think that curse on us is real, that the Hebrews say. This group hearts is hateful. No compassion. I remember telling my brother one time, God will never let you out of jail, nigga, if you ain't got no remorse for the people you killed. No remorse for the man's family. No remorse for the man's boy's father, mother, brother. But y'all got so much for Lil Ronnie, and Lil Ronnie brought death on himself.
I did see that they raised $200,000. I don't know what the number is now, but they raised $200,000 for Karmelo's attorney fees. That is, but he's using the fact that he said he was getting bullied. And then I seen someone also say that he shouldn't have put his hands on him, and then Austin wouldn't have got killed. But there's plenty of times where hands got put on during the school years when I was in high school. The thought in my mind would have never been, all right, let me pick up a knife and stab somebody. But I feel like we got the gist of what Charleston was saying in this video. Let's get into the next one with Charleston, where he was on an interview for Primetime with Austin Stein. I think that's how you say it, but let's get right into his interview, see a little bit of that.
Calf, you see the boy in Frisco stabbed to death by Karmelo Anthony?
Yeah. My heart goes out to the family. They trying to make this a race issue, and this is a right or wrong issue.
Okay. So no, real quick, I like where you're going on this because I'm not even trying to race bait or anything. People are making this about black and white. You see that they're trying to make this kind of like a Trayvon Martin kind of, they're talking about it. But where do you?
It is. Trayvon Martin was an angry black kid that had to be sent to his father because he lacked discipline, grew up in a home with his single mother. Any well-behaved kid with manners that had respect of adults, once George Zimmerman approached him, whether he's right or wrong, as a child, this is an adult. You get off the phone with that fat-ass girlfriend you trying to fuck, you call your dad and say, hey, Dad, it's an adult around here that just stopped me. He said he's calling the police. Rather than doing that, he had an attitude because as young black males in this country, we have an authority problem because we're walking around angry, displaced from our father's issues, but we resent our mothers.
That's true.
So we're a ticking time bomb. And Trayvon Martin could fight. So that's why I say you be careful approaching some of these young kids. What a 13-year-old will kick a 40-year-old's ass.
That's true.
And that's what happened in that situation. He underestimated this kid, and he was looking for trouble. But by law, he was right. And he was judged by his peers. So we can't say nothing once you're judged by your peers.
Well, what do you think's going to happen in this Austin?
Y'all see that Gulf of America's on?
No, that boy going to jail.
Carmelo Anthony's going to go to jail.
Carmelo going to jail. Because listen.
Definitely needs to go to jail.
You
There's
cannot
no ifs,
bring
ands, or
a
buts
weapon
about
to
it.
school.
He stabbed somebody
So
in the chest.
you can't say I was
Took a knife
What if he
to
says
a
self-defense?
school event.
There's no self-defense because if you are afraid the day before where you have to take a weapon to school, why not notify your parents? Parents, you notify the school teacher. School teacher, let's bring these kids in here and resolve this issue. It's called conflict resolution. We was taught in homes that has morals and values, you tell the teacher. Somebody fucking with you, you tell the teacher. Let the teacher know so when y'all have an altercation, you're cleared and you're covered. Documentation beats conversation. So words of documentation just say this is self-defense. It's a premeditated crime because you took a weapon in fear. Anticipating to use it.
That was premeditated, though.
And it's at a track meet. You getting ready to run track with other kids and you got a knife on you. No, man, you got to go to jail. You got to go. There's no.
I don't think either of them
choice.
were competing in the track meet.
When is it all right to kill the bully? I don't give a fuck what the bully did. He don't have a right to die.
No.
Man, you weak man. That's why I say teach the kids how to deal with bullies and this won't happen. We're all not equal. Even in nature, you can be feeding a flock of birds. There's going to always be one bird to come in and take the food from the. This is nature. Yeah. You cannot get rid of bullies. Teach the kids how to deal with them. Bullies build character. You go to work, it's going to be a bully supervisor, a bully co-worker. You cannot get rid of the bully. Teach our children conflict resolution. Everything don't have to end in violence. But when you come from the black culture, everything is disputed in violence.
Yeah, that is the problem, though. That's how you.
It's the culture.
He said it best. We need to teach our kids conflict resolution. There is no reason to where, because you're going to run into bullies all your life. Bullies at work, bullies on the street, road rage. You never know when a bully, someone who's going to try to bully you. But you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot try to end the bully's life when he has no threat to your own life. I don't know if it's just because people are scared to get beat up, but so what? You get beat up, then you get up, go home, and you learn to fight. That's how it always starts. You're going to go home, talk to your brothers, your friends, be like, hey, I need to get my hands right. But now, because you couldn't deal with the bully the right way, if he was bullying you, now you're going to jail for your rest of life. and someone's dead. Shit.
That's the culture, is that's how they solve. When you have a serious issue, they don't even contemplate trying to talk it out.
We teach a no snitching rule, right? So our kids are walking around with these mafia rules, codes, and ethics of the streets that's held over children about no snitching. So now I have to take a weapon because I don't want to be a snitch.
All right, let's say something. I feel if you are committing the crime with someone, no, you should not snitch because you just a part of that crime. Something happens to you now, you're just an innocent person. You're a law-abiding citizen. You do what you're supposed to do. And something happens to you and you know who did it. Know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the police. There's no reason for me to go back and try to get my lick back. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes. I go to work, I come home, and I relax. I do not try to get back. Especially if someone committed a crime against me, I'm going to call the police, call my insurance company, and get everything handled. And that's it.
Snitch and kill another kid. Oh, it's a simple solution. Don't tell the teacher. Tell your parents.
Yeah.
It's a simple solution.
I know, but
tell, motherfucker, tell.
But what sounds crazy, I know it sounds so easy, but the thing is, even for the criminal, the guy that would commit an assault, if you stop him before he does the assault, then they don't have to go to jail as long. You know what I mean?
Man, this is not that kid's first time grabbing a weapon, because most kids who grab a weapon from the first time don't kill people.
Yeah, of course. You bring a gun a couple times before you shoot it.
And if I was being bullied and I'm in self-defense, even though he have an undeveloped brain and he's impulsive, why run?
I don't know.
Why get rid of the knife? You're showing criminal intent. Why throw the knife away where they can't find it? He wasn't found with the knife in his pocket. He wasn't sitting down with the knife in his hand ready to explain what happened.
Yeah. So, but do you think that he had some sort of predisposition to wanting to murder? Is that what you're saying? Is that
no. Children don't wake up to kill because they don't have the brain capacity, the brain development to say, I want somebody dead.
A child is taught to resolve an issue with violence. There is no other way about it. If all you see growing up is any kind of conflict or problem, and then the people around you automatically go to violence, that is what you are going to do. And it's sad. It's very sad.
Children are impulsive.
Yeah.
This was a tragic incident where a kid who don't have emotional intelligence acted impulsively because he comes from a culture that promotes, propagates violence. Mm-hmm. Every day, all day, kill, kill, die, nigga, shoot, kill, kill. You can't take this in and you lack training. You lack morals. You have to have a foundation of a value system to listen to this type of shit all day long, and you don't have no emotional intelligence where you've been taught to say, man, when you get angry, think.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. So he was anticipating this to happen. That's why he had the knife, and we had this outcome. He didn't want to kill nobody.
I don't think he wanted to kill anybody.
It's very sad that this had to happen. There's no reason to where we should have been dealing with teens getting murdered. And we can't just chalk it up to, oh, he was bullied. The bully deserved it. There's no. We can't say that. We got to get away from that. We cannot simply just put it on, oh, he was bullied, so it is what it is. It's a sad thing to think about. All right, next. Let's get into the next video. A pro-life journalist gets punched in the face. We was just talking about this. There's no need for violence when you're having a discussion. any kind of verbal discussion, conflict, there's no reason at all that you should be resorting to violence. But let's get right into it.
Saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been
That's
abused.
not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
You have a
I
channel?
was not
We're doing
expecting
some
that at all.
interviews today.
Not at all.
I love your skin tone too.
Thank you. Such a
Yeah.
good vibe.
Of course.
Well, awesome. So we're asking people's opinion today on Planned Parenthood. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what they provide?
Yes. Abortions.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe abortions.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any other services that they provide?
I know, like, to teens, if you're under 18, you could get like birth control, condoms, counseling. They offer a lot of, beneficial things that the youth really should use right now.
Okay. So you have a pretty positive view of Planned Parenthood.
I mean, majority. I don't know. Is this like a yes or no? Am I
It's
wrong?
your opinion.
But yeah, that is definitely my opinion. I feel like, especially as teens, people get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So
That little animation down at the bottom right is crazy. But let's keep going.
if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love, and then boop, now you stuck. Not stuck, but you're stuck with a baby for the rest of this time, literally the rest of their lives and your life, if you're that kind of mother, because some women just don't have it in them and they abandon them and abuse them and all kind of shit. And it's like, girl, just get rid of it if you know you're gonna do that.
Get rid of them. Why not
No,
just
but
give them
that's
to
what I'm
another
saying.
family? That's good.
No, but exactly even that, and that's another option that Planned Parenthood offers. So it's like, if you know that you are not the being who can provide for this child, then there are alternative options.
Y'all see that bottom stat? Planned Parenthood aborts 228 babies for every one adoption referral. That is insane. Now, I know a lot of people will say that the adoption system is just an awful. But is that not better than killing them? But at the end of the day, it's the woman's choice to do what she wants to do with her body. Man.
Options out there for you. So I definitely understand why people do abort children. Don't have babies that you don't want. Don't have babies that men are telling you in front of your face that they do not want. I wish them would stop.
Or not have unprotected sex with someone who you would not want to have a baby with. There is no way. Now, you can say the thing where, oh, don't have sex until you know you want to have a baby with someone. But we know how life is. You're going to want to have sex with somebody, but wrap it up. There is no reason for you to be having unprotected with someone who, one, has no interest in truly being with you for the rest of his life or her life. And two, there's a lot of diseases out here. I know condoms won't stop everything, but people are nasty. But let's keep going.
Stop doing that like it's like a plan to
Why don't they
defeat them.
Why don't they just stop having sex with people they don't want to have a child with?
That too. To me, it's always pro-choice, your body, your life, because that baby is gonna be a baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that baby
person.
forever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, do you know that Planned Parenthood gets nearly $700 million of our taxpayer money every year?
700 million. I mean, honestly, I can't go against Planned Parenthood. I just can't. $700 million for how many single mothers?
Of our money. But they're not giving it to single mothers, though. Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna just, single out where it is that our tax dollars go, then the police, respectfully.
So it's really interesting because since 2010, prenatal care has been down for 80% since 2010 at Planned Parenthood. Adoption referrals. So this is why this is research straight from their yearly report of 2022 to 2023, I believe it is. And so they're a 501c3. They have to tell us what they do every single year. So this is straight.
Which should be any union corporation. If we are paying tax dollars towards you, I need to know that you are doing the job and doing it correctly.
Right. But let me continue to tell you. So the STI testing and treatment down 15% since 2019. Client numbers down overall 34% since 20.
They said STI treatment is down 20% since 2019. That is crazy. That is crazy.
2006.
Nobody has insurance. I don't have insurance.
Donors down 21%. Contraceptives down 44%. Breast screenings, manual breast exams down over 80%. And you mentioned adoption. They commit 228 abortions for every one adoption referral. So why are they getting so much more money yet all of their services are going down?
The services are going down because people are afraid. Women.
What are they afraid of?
Women don't know. They don't know what they're exposing their bodies to. A lot of people, especially behind abortion, there's a stigma.
But their abortions are going up. So they used to have this slogan where they said safe, legal, and rare. That's what we want. Safe, legal, and rare abortions, until it was exposed that a lot of these facilities were requiring abortion quotas. So the more abortions each facility did, the more praise that they would get. They would get awards. And so it's really interesting. That doesn't really make it seem like
awards for the amount of abortions you do is mind-boggling.
They want safe, legal, and rare abortions.
How many people can you think, or are you going to assume, would literally abandon their children with no repercussions from the state?
No, it's called safe haven baby boxes, where at a fire station or hospital you can leave your baby and the mother doesn't have to do anything with it. But that's better than killing her baby through abortion, right?
No, ma'am.
It's not better to give your baby up to a family who wants them instead of killing them?
No, ma'am. I have seen so many stories and countless, literally, countless stories.
What happens in an abortion?
They literally suck the life out of you. They're going to take the whole baby out. And as they should, because I shouldn't be a taxpayer paying child support and food stamps and WIC for women.
You should be a taxpayer paying for abortions?
Exactly. But as for a woman who didn't want the baby in the first place, that doesn't make sense to me. Don't ever sit here and lock yourself down with a man who already told you he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't.
I agree with you.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand.
You don't get to kill the baby just because their dad didn't want them.
You can.
Should we kill the kids in foster care? And
why not? Why not?
Yeah, see, she's either she's not understanding or she is very ignorant. There is no way that she just said. She asked her, should we just kill the kids in foster care? Why not? No, crazy.
If that's the case,
we should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted?
Who's going to take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them and molest them, who make them like personal slaves.
I feel like whatever thing they pull up is going to be a very small amount compared to the amount of kids inside of foster care. But do your research, I guess.
You should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
You should kill the victims of molestation.
She's about to smack her.
I think, what does this have to do with molestation?
You just mentioned people molest the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is in general, overall. If I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have sex then. Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical.
It is.
It is. Who are you, Nancy?
I sound dumb.
You sound dumb as
Okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you?
Yo.
Oh my God.
Let's rewind that just a tad bit. Now we gotta see that in.
Having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Well, you see how she bow. Nah, that's crazy.
What's wrong with you?
That is absolutely crazy. There is no way that you should be hitting someone. There's no way that you should be hitting someone. Because you're losing an argument. It's crazy. Now, if you want to go see the full video, you can go check it out. It's by Live Action. That is crazy. She pieced it up for sure. Oh my God. Whew. All right. The next thing we're going to get into is, let's see, what the next thing we're going to get into is yeah. So, a man is accused of stabbing four girls with a meat cleaver. It's a crazy world out here. Now let's get right into it.
Young girls are recovering from a horrific attack after they were stabbed and slashed with a knife and a meat cleaver.
IRS e-file is now open. Snap your W-2 and file your taxes
Ads
100% free. Plus, get your biggest refund.
Cleaver, and police say it was a relative who did it. Police say it could have been worse if it weren't for the bravery of one of the victims who, despite her injuries, called 911 before police responded and shot the suspect. Eyewitnesses reported Darla Miles live in Bensonhurst with more on this story. Darla.
David, there's still a small police presence at the home of that family, large extended family who lives inside of this home. They are not here now. We did speak with them, a few of them off camera at the hospital this afternoon. They say the kids are doing okay, but overall the family is just trying to understand and get through all of this. Four young girls and their uncle, accused meat cleaver wielding suspect Long Jian Chen, all recovering at Maimonides Medical Center Monday afternoon. This as the NYPD returns to their...
I hate to say it, but attacking somebody with a meat cleaver sounds like something Asian people would do. But it just sounds like in any kind of movie. I mean, it might just be American movies. Because anytime somebody's fighting, they'll definitely pull out a meat cleaver. But this is a very sad story. I hope we'll see how the girls are doing.
Bensonhurst home today. Investigators now reviewing grisly and dramatic body cam video of an NYPD lieutenant and his driver coming to the rescue Sunday morning. The girls, ages 8, 11, 13, and 16, police say, were all attacked by their 49-year-old uncle. Police today now looking through his past hospitalization.
It's always the crazy uncle. Them uncles in your family, when you was younger, the parents tell you to stay away from. Jesus.
for schizophrenia and his history of mental illness. It is still unclear at this point exactly what led to yesterday's series of events, but investigators say the 11-year-old girl managed to get away from the attack, locking herself in a room, giving her the opportunity to call 911. That lieutenant, hearing screams upon arrival, literally kicking down the door to gain entry into the apartment, according to the NYPD. Chin, who police say had a meat cleaver in hand, is shot 3 times, once in the head, twice in the torso. The victims and the accused suspects, who were under the same roof during the attack, are now again under the same roof recovering, expected to survive their injuries. Now, there was also a 12-year-old boy inside of the home at the time. He managed to escape and run down the street, so he was unharmed.
So he was able to get up out of there? I don't know the circumstances, but run when you need to.
Also learned that the 16-year-old victim is the suspect's daughter. Reporting live in Bensonhurst, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
That is crazy. The 16-year-old is the daughter. Jesus. That is insane. Very insane. Now, they also did a press conference. Now, let's get into that.
There is Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch.
I switched from due dates to due dates, and it made me go from weeks behind to weeks ahead of my deadline. You see, I used to just bedrot all day getting nothing done.
There is Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch walking up to the microphone. Let's listen in.
Good? Good, Frank? All right. Good afternoon. I'm Commissioner Jessica Tisch. I am joined today by Chief of Department John Schell, Assistant Chief Frank Giordano from Patrol Borough Brooklyn South, and Deputy Chief Rohan Griffith from our Force Investigation Division. A horrific scene this morning inside a Bensonhurst home in the 6-2 precinct, and a family devastated by unspeakable violence. The information I'm about to provide is preliminary, and it is, of course, subject to change. At approximately 10:15 this morning, a heartbreaking call came into 911 for an assault in progress. The 11-year-old caller stated that she and her siblings had been stabbed by her uncle. She did not know her address. Quick-thinking police communications technicians at the 911
teach your kids their address. Like, they need to know that from a very early, as soon as they can remember it. Tell them where to find the address, have it written down so they can know if they ever need to contact the police.
Call center use the technology at their disposal to get an address from the location of the phone that the child was using. Based on that information, officers responded to 1671 84th Street in the confines of the 6-2 precinct. When officers and EMS arrived, they were led into the first floor by an uninjured child and led into a small vestibule facing 2 more doors. At that point, they heard screams coming from behind the door to their left and immediately began forcing their way into the apartment, kicking down the door.
Gotta break that
Once
door
they
down.
entered, they encountered a man standing near the entrance holding a large meat cleaver covered in blood. They could see blood on the floor and the walls of the home. The officers ordered them to drop the weapon several times. He refused and advanced towards them. 2 officers firing 7 total rounds between them and striking the subject, ending the threat. This encounter is captured on body-worn camera video. Inside the apartment, officers found 4 female victims aged 16, 13, 11, and 8. All had serious slash and stab wounds, and responding officers and EMS provided emergency medical care on scene before the victims were removed to Maimonides Hospital. At this time, all 4 children, thank God, are expected to survive, but this could have ended very differently. Officers and EMS arrived at the door within minutes of receiving the 911 call. Their fast, decisive action, pinpointing the location and taking down the door, absolutely saved the lives of these young girls, and I was proud to tell them as much.
Did the little boy who ran, did he not go and seek help? But we'll see.
Seconds matter in these situations, especially when dealing with multiple stab wounds, and our officers did not hesitate for a moment. I also want to speak of the heroics of the children involved. The 11-year-old 911 caller, who herself was a victim, hid in a room to call the police, and a young, uninjured boy ran in to alert a neighbor. Our cops were removed to Lutheran Hospital for evaluation, and I visited them there a few moments ago to check on them and to personally thank them. I am happy to report that they are going to be fine. Here's what we know about the perp at this time. His name is Lung Chen Chen. His exact relationship to the victims is under investigation, but we believe that he is a relative. He was also treated on scene and transported to Maimonides Hospital in critical condition. 2 knives were recovered, 1 large cleaver in Mr. Chen's possession, and another bloody knife was found in another room.
So they didn't kill him? You would have.
Obviously, the motive behind this horrific attack is still under investigation, and we will provide more information when we have it. According to family members, though, Chen does have a history of mental illness. And we can tell you that there seems to be no prior DV history at this location. But here is the bottom line. Right now, we have 4 children who are still alive because of the quick thinking and decisive action of your NYPD officers and EMTs. I want to thank and commend all involved: responding officers, EMS, the 911 call center personnel, hospital staff, and everyone who worked together to save these girls' lives. These are true heroes, and they did an exceptional job today. We are now happy to take any questions you might have.
All right, folks, we have time for a few on-topic questions. Eli Marte, 611.
You just mentioned that there's some type of mental health illnesses when it comes to the perpetrator. Has anybody you know been allocated to this home to treat that, or could this be prevented any more resources?
Right now, there is no history at this home through NYPD of any instance whatsoever. And the information the commissioners provided was provided to us from the family just now.
We go to Dean Moses in New York.
Was he lived at this location? If he wasn't, you know why he came to this location?
It appears he lived here. As to the motive as to why this happened, other than mental illness, we don't know. Our Force Investigation Division will be going through this the next couple hours to figure this out in the next couple of days, for that matter.
We're going to go to 1010 from Montreal.
How many other people were living in the house at the time?
Right now, we don't know in totality, but we know there was 5 children there, 4 hurt, and a young man who so bravely went to the neighbors to alert the neighbors to call us, and also that 11-year-old who went to that room and made that call. Quite heroic.
Okay, all right. He went to the neighbor's house. The little boy went to the neighbor's house and alerted the neighbors. Okay, good. Now, I was about to say, I hope he didn't just run away and leave. And it's good that he ran away, but he need to go find some help. Jeez.
On their behalf.
So just for clarification, 5 children and the attacker.
5 children, 4 hurt. One's a young man, went to the neighbors, and the attacker. You're correct.
Any other questions?
Was one of the people, was one of the people that was attacked a babysitter, as far as we know?
We're going to work through that as to exactly who is who in that apartment.
Any other? I'm going to go to the...
Who were the parents of the kids?
Well, this might be the father of some of them or the uncle. Again, we're going to work through that, and we believe the mother was out of the house.
All right, folks, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Now that is it's a very sad thing to think about. We need to make sure we just keep the girls in our prayers. Keep the girls in our prayers, and Hopefully, they are going to be very traumatized from this. We're going to have to get counseling for them. I wonder if the uncle, the dad, is going to survive. Dealing with someone with mental illness, especially schizophrenia, can be very dangerous. I have people in my family with schizophrenia, but can't imagine anything like this happening. But probably wasn't on his medication. Jesus. Now, the next thing we're going to be looking at is 4 women were drinking. They ended up speeding and killing 3 people. But let's get right into it. It's always so much to happen, but let's jump into it.
Is at the center of their investigation into a deadly crash over the weekend. Troopers claim 4 women were drinking while speeding. 3 of them died. Another is in the hospital tonight in critical condition. Fox 35's Randy.
Excuse my mistake. 3 of them died out of the 4 that were drinking and driving.
Randy Hildreth is live at the hospital in Orlando. And Randy, you spoke to the sole survivor's mother. What did she say?
Yeah, good evening to you, Luann. Spoke with her late this afternoon, and she described her daughter as a fighter, and she is certainly fighting for her life right now. As you mentioned, we have video that has been confirmed by FHP that they are using as part of this investigation. I want to warn viewers that some of this video may not be appropriate for younger viewers. FHP says one of the women that you will see in this video is one of the women who was killed.
Speeds appearing to top 100 miles per hour. And alcohol passed around the vehicle. Florida Highway Patrol says this video is now part of their investigation into this weekend's deadly crash in Lake County.
In that vehicle, if the video ends up being exactly what our investigators are able to prove, there was a lot of distraction in that car for the driver and for the other passengers.
Troopers say the crash happened early Sunday morning along State Road 19, just south of State Florian Lane. Investigators say the driver failed to negotiate a curve, ran off the road, hit a pole, and flipped several times. They say no one was wearing a seatbelt and everyone was thrown from the Jeep. 3 people were killed: Kenesha Lewis, Octavia Pugh, and Shakayla Mathis. A 4th passenger, Mariah Belcher, is in the hospital.
My child is here, but it's 3 kids that lost their lives behind this. And I want their family to go through their grieving and not have to worry about my baby.
Her is still in critical condition but stable. She has a traumatic brain injury, fractured vertebrae in her neck, and suffered a spleen injury.
My whole ride from Alabama, all I could say is my child should live and not die. And she's fighting.
Marcia Knight says her daughter and her friends may have been leaving a party when they allegedly made the post on social media and crashed. She says it's hard watching that video and knowing a night of fun with friends ended like this.
The accountability on my half goes towards my daughter. Because if you knew this person had been drinking, you knew you guys were drinking before, there, after, why? You know what I'm saying? You know better.
FHP says they're still waiting on toxicology.
I hate to say it, but sounds like she didn't know better. There's no way. 100, it looked like that dashboard hit 116. 116 miles per hour, drinking, passing the Patron bottle around, blasting music. It feels like some people do not fear death, or they don't respect the life that they still have to live. It's insane.
Reports in this investigation. They also have to compare data from the vehicle to how fast the vehicle was recorded in that video. Investigators are also reminding you to wear your seatbelt.
And on top of that, they didn't wear a seatbelt? I mean, I've definitely had the college nights where we've been drinking. You know what we did? Called an Uber, or we had someone who knew that their responsibility was to drive. So you know what they did? Didn't drink. Or if they did drink, they waited at least, they knew hours before we was about to drive. They stopped drinking. Made sure that they were completely sober. And we would ask, you fine? You fine to drive? Are you good? Yes, I'm fine. Crazy. And passing, like I said, passing the bottle around in the car. And if the driver hit the bottle, that is crazy. But we always still got to pray for the families and the women. Hopefully, it's very hard to have to. No parent should be burying their child before them. That is a very sad thing, but let's keep the family in their prayers, and let's finish up to see what else they have to say about it.
And in a GoFundMe created for Kenesha Lewis, she is described as a mom of 5, and she is remembered as a sweet and loving woman. There was another GoFundMe created for the victim, Octavia Pugh, by her family, and they say they are heartbroken by this. And the entire community.
I don't know how old she is, but a mom of 5 is wild, but man.
Community is heartbroken. The mayor of Eustis posted on Facebook today that there will be a prayer vigil this weekend on Sunday at 5 o'clock at Carver Park to honor all of these women. Reporting tonight, Randy Hildreth, Fox 35 News.
So sad, Randy.
They need, they need to go to college campuses, or I don't know how old these women were, but too old to be making mistakes that can cost you your life. Let's just, like I said before, let's remember to keep all these women in our prayers for Jesus. So much heartache is happening. Jesus. All right. The next one we're going to get into, we're going to watch a little bit of, looks like a cocaine trafficker realizes he lost $305,000. Let's get right into the video. Remember, everybody, remember to like and subscribe. Go check out the full videos. You can always just search them by using the captions that you see on YouTube. Loses $385,000 in cocaine. That is insane. We'll watch a little bit of this and let's get into it.
Started as an ordinary traffic stop, ends in a major drug bust.
And tonight we're getting our first look at the body-worn camera footage that shows how Cranston police officers found a secret compartment filled with cocaine.
I wanted you to pull on the right, that's all.
Okay, sounds good.
No, it's all right. We're here now. It's all set.
Okay.
Sorry
about
Just gotta wear your seatbelt the right way, okay?
Sorry about
that. You got your registration insurance?
Yes.
All right, just hop out, guys. Yeah, I want to talk to you outside of the car. Any weapons on you?
No weapons. I'm going to get oil change at Firestone, literally right down the road. And I got 2 nails in the tire, so right after that, I'm trying to get that situated.
Hey, where are you coming from now?
School. I go to Providence College.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You see? What do you study there?
finance.
Finance?
I went to Roger Williams, did 1 year criminal justice, transfer there.
Right on. Cool, man. What do you do for work?
Right now I'm a bus driver. I'm a bus monitor.
Yeah.
I want to become a bus driver. My mom's a bus driver. She's trying to get me that. And I'm a lifeguard on weekends.
How's your license?
My license is good. I just got into an accident.
It's all active though?
Yeah, everything's active.
No warrants or anything like that? Okay. You ever been arrested?
Never been arrested.
Never in your life?
Never in my life.
So you're not on probation, bail, parole, nothing like that? Have you had any recent tickets or anything?
I probably got like a speeding ticket about a couple months ago.
Anything illegal in the car?
No, nothing illegal.
Okay. No firearms?
No firearms.
No cocaine? No large amounts of U.S. currency?
Yes, no cocaine?
$1,000 in the car.
$1,000? Okay. Fentanyl? No. Marijuana? Large amounts of marijuana?
I mean, I smoke marijuana, but...
Yeah, no big deal. No large amounts of marijuana in the car? Okay. No unprescribed medications?
No.
Okay. What's in the... Is it that all medical marijuana in the trash bag?
Yeah.
In the back?
But there's probably like...
Are they empty or full?
Well, a lot of the boxes are empty, but there's
There's like 1,000 of them in there.
No.
Trash bag's full, so no big deal.
Not 1,000.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. It's full, so.
I like smoke a lot. I'm a smoker.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
okay.
I don't do nothing else. I'm calling it.
Yeah, I got you. Anything legal?
They about to search the car. That's all I can see.
Alright, just put your hands in the car, relax. Right here. There you go. So you've never been in trouble?
Never been in trouble.
Have a seat in my car. You're not under arrest, okay? Alright. Just being detained for now, okay? Alright, listen, I've been doing this a long time, alright? All I look for is drugs and guns. So if you're forthcoming with me, I'm gonna be cool with you. I'm just telling you my job. I'm telling you my side, alright?
I understand.
So obviously I have a job to do, alright? And I'm good at my job. Alright? You're displaying a lot of things to me that make me very suspicious.
No, I totally understand.
Alright? So this is kind of your
I
last
wonder what he
opportunity.
displayed.
If there's anything small in that car, honestly I don't care about small amounts of any drugs.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, just a little bit of marijuana.
Yeah.
Not that much.
What's a little bit?
Probably like literally 2 ounces.
2 ounces.
It's just in boxes, so it looks a lot.
Yeah, I got you. Alright, just hang tight for me.
And I have my cell phones in there, but
yeah, how many phones you got?
There's probably like 5 there, but a lot of those are not even like on.
They don't function?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of them aren't.
Alright, just hang tight for me, bro. Appreciate it.
Man,
Did you just leave the dispensary? Is that why it's all in the car, or what's the story?
Well, honestly, I smoke a lot of freaking weed, bro. A lot of fucking weed.
Okay.
So I like to keep a lot on me. Well, not a lot. I don't really consider that a lot.
Do you sell it or what?
I wouldn't say I sell it. Like my brothers.
Hook your boys up, whatever.
My brother smokes a lot of weed. I have a lot of siblings.
Every question he's asking is more things that he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna search the vehicle, search the vehicle, search the vehicle.
Okay.
So my brothers need without giving weed and stuff like that, but I wouldn't call myself like that.
Just an empty wallet? Jesus. What is it? Oh yeah, he got cash everywhere.
Go ahead.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Good?
You know he's watching.
For what?
It's behind the cup holder.
Behind a couple of them.
The back seat.
I don't know what you're talking about, boss.
Cop can smell it. So that he's getting in, climbing in that motherfucker.
Is that a freaking kilo, dude? Oh my god. Holy shit.
You're right, Steve. We good?
I'm gonna read you your rights, okay?
I'm in route.
I'm gonna read you your rights, okay?
Absolutely, 10-4.
Just hang on, wait for another officer, okay? Just kind of witness it, okay?
What's going on?
Just found some stuff in your car that we gotta talk about. Yeah. Okay?
Some stuff?
Yep. So just hang tight for me.
You kept coming back.
Look right here. Oh, I got it. Look this way and then over. Look, it's all cut out. It's not normal.
You said what?
See it?
Battle starts.
Crazy. Let's keep going. Finish this.
Definitely.
It's a kilo.
Definitely.
Right?
He gonna break the car to get this.
Sir, can you grab me my phone? Rights, do you understand?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to talk to me?
I don't know what's going on.
I found some packages in the rear quarter of your vehicle that are indicative of heavy amount of narcotics.
Okay.
What do you know about it?
I don't know nothing about it.
Okay. So you don't know if this car's loaded with a bunch of kilos?
I don't know nothing about it.
Because it's loaded with a bunch of kilos.
I really don't know nothing.
Okay.
Come on now. You know he's not. He's smart.
Yes,
You can't say anything.
quick.
There's nothing.
She's his girlfriend?
I don't know. She pulled up. I got it. Hey, can you hold that like that?
I got it.
I'm just gonna try to grab these.
We'll just leave them in there. Well, actually, you already got a picture of them? Want to get another phone?
Yeah, I got some.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I want to see them pull it out. Let's see.
Yeah, not because it's... Yeah. That could be anything. Could be fat coke. Oh my goodness gracious. This is insane. Holy shit! They coming, keep coming, baby.
Do you hear how happy he is? He's, woo! He said, "I got somebody, boy."
Keep coming! Holy fuck!
Hang on. Can I see a flashlight, please?
Going to GA.
Oh, who? All right, this whole fender's got it, because this whole fender's loaded.
Yeah, you gotta bring it off.
This whole fender's loaded, I think.
385.
Hold on, I think
hold
before
on.
we get that.
380. See, I can see that type. $385,000.
I don't know.
Ooh. Boy, you know he mad.
All right, put your hands behind your back.
Can't do anything, boy.
All right, you're under arrest, okay?
Anyway, you can lose me a little bit.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna be cool with you as long as you're cool with me, and that's how handcuffs fit. Yeah, fit you perfectly. I can stick my finger in there. You're okay. Thank you.
It's all back there.
Peter King,
477. 10-4.
9. There's got to be 10, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, let's just put that.
10 kilos.
Oh, this has to stay right there. That's the money shot. That's the money shot. That's everything I've worked for.
In total, police seized an estimated $385,000 worth of drugs during the traffic stop, including 11 kilos of cocaine, 11 pressed fentanyl pills, and a garbage bag full of marijuana-infused edibles. In a city environment, to seize 11 kilos at a traffic stop, it's highly unusual, Cranston Police Department Colonel Michael Winquist said. Providence College confirmed Lopez as a student and said in a statement, "The news of this incident was both surprising and disappointing."
This man, a student with 11 kilos? Crazy.
We are gathering all necessary information to determine next steps in accordance with our student conduct policy. He was charged with possession.
The hell does student conduct got to do with it, man? This man is going to jail. You're gonna, what is that guy getting expelled?
Possession of cocaine over 1 kilogram with intent to deliver, 2 counts of possession of Schedule II narcotics under 10 grams, and possession of marijuana with intent to deliver. He was.
So you can have cocaine that's under a kilogram? So 1,000 grams, you can have less than 1,000 grams of coke? Or is that, they might have a simple, okay. Yeah, there might be a simple possession for cocaine, okay.
Held without bail, with a status conference scheduled for April 3rd, 2025.
Boy, boy, boy. Jesus. Well, you ain't gotta worry about school no more. That is crazy. But that is it for the show. Remember, this is AC Reviews the World. I'm gonna play the intro again just to, because why not? But remember, everybody, to like and subscribe. You can always leave comments. Let me know any kind of videos you find that's viral going through. And we'll go through a review. We'll review them together. But everybody, that's it. Peace.